That's it. We are. Welcome, folks. We're live. This is In the Paint Media Group podcast. First inaugural edition here on live stream. First time ever. Here it is. My name is Rodney Jones. I'm the host slash moderator, and joining me is the man that created the show. That'd be Mr. Mark A. Cunningham, also known as Max 611. What's up, bro?
What's up, partner? What's
All
up?
right.
Let's get it. Let's get it on and cracking.
Let's do it. The first thing we're going to talk about, but you know what? I see somebody we got to bring in as well. This is our boy right here, faithful caller. We're going to add him, so bear with me for a second. Sir Chandler.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up? Sound like you sleeping.
Exactly.
Man, I woke up about 4 minutes before I got here.
Okay, splash some water on your face. Take a sip.
Whatever.
Sip of water. Let's go.
Well, the first thing I have to say, he definitely hates Spencer Dinwiddie. You know, but we had to get us started on that nonsense. You know, before we get into that. Yo, the first thing we're gonna talk about today is the the whole COVID-19 pandemic, and as it relates to sports. The NBA, we've heard talks they want to make a return, possibly July. Also, Major League Baseball, they're going back and forth with their negotiations about trying to get back on the field. My thing is simply this: there should be none. You know, I got to tell you honestly, I don't even miss sports like that. I thought I would, but it hasn't affected me one way, to tell you honestly, because I'm just like, all right, it is what it is. My thing is also, you have to take the safety first before entertaining, fans. You understand? I'm personally against that, to be honest. I don't like any talk of trying to come back and force your way back when there's still spikes going around in different states, in different cities. So why even entertain this? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't care if it's based in one city in one state. You talk about Florida. Okay, whoop-de-damn do. I don't give a damn. Okay, because and Florida has been spiking. Am I lying? Florida, Texas, they all been spiking. So why? Come on, it doesn't make any sense. Who's going to reap the benefits of that? The owners, because they're going to make money. And how much money are they really going to make? It's going to be off TV. You're not having no fans in the stands. That's for damn sure. So what's the point?
I agree. They shouldn't go back until there is a vaccine, till there's a way that we can conquer this thing. And like you said, Florida spike in places in New York. California's been hit. If you read newspapers or you look at any news content, it's saying that certain places it's spiked, and cases are still happening. Look at some of the players in the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, other sports. Guys are coming down with COVID or they had it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. And I see we got another brother that's got his hand in the queue. We're gonna bring him in as well before I let Chandler take the mic. So let's go. Our brother Dominic, how you doing, Dom?
Good evening, gentlemen.
All right. First time seeing you, brother.
Yes. I don't put a lot of pictures on there. I'm hiding.
Is everything good?
Hey,
Yes, sir.
let them see you're sexy. Pause.
This is it.
You know what I mean? Exactly. So, guys, what do you think about the whole, going back to work for the sports stars like in the NBA and also Major League Baseball and even the NFL? You understand? What are some of your guys' thoughts?
Well, not surprised. I mean, we talked about this back in February, that this was how this was going to go. That come May, June, they're going to start talking about, oh, the numbers are going down, so everybody run out and spend their money. Okay, and then suddenly, it was supposedly going to be magically safe all of a sudden, so people could go spend all of that doggone money that they didn't have, that they'd been sitting in the house with. It's funny how this is working, and this is where again where so-called sports fans don't pay attention. Sports fans love talking about, man, I'm paying that player's salary because I'm going to the game and bibbity bobbity boo. Yet there's hundreds of millions of dollars to be made, and not one single solitary butt will be in a seat. So, as we have always said to these doggone clowns, You going to the game ain't paying nothing. That TV money, that ad money, that revenue money, that's where they getting paid at. Whether you go to the game or not, yes, it's money in their pocket. That's
Right.
not what's paying the salaries. That's not what's keeping it. We are not paying these players salaries. Okay, we're just pocket change. All right,
Right.
we the changing. That fell under the seat in the car. All right, when we go to the game. All right, they don't already got
Right.
paid. All right, we just extra because listen, they talking about in some of the football games closing off the first, what is it, 3 to 4 rows or 8 rows, and selling that as advertising space,
Right.
right? Which tells you they don't need us there. They just want us there because, again, that's a little bit extra. Them owners are all about a dollar, man.
Yep.
They don't give a damn. They all about a dollar. So stop telling me that these owners or next time you hear someone, man, I'm paying that player salary. Shut up. No, you're not. No, you're not. And they don't give a damn if we show up or not because they're getting paid regardless.
Exactly. And I see we got another brother with their hand up. Before I let that guy come in, young man, come in. I see you. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. Dominic, what are some of your thoughts, bro?
I always said from the beginning, I thought it was skeptical. I thought if any sport could do it, it would have been baseball. Because that's basically a social distancing sport to begin with. The closest you're going to get is batter, catcher, umpire.
Right.
So when they started having issues, it's a double-edged sword, guys. Like I said, I wasn't for it. I started leaning because I was desperate. Like most of us, we want to see sports. And you know what? We're seeing cases show up before these guys even get to the bubble. So they say the bubble.
Right.
It just so happens the bubble happens to be in a place where it's spiking like Billy White Shoes Johnson after a touchdown. So I'm not for it, guys. I know it's about the money. We all know it's about the money.
Right.
And guess what? I think it's more, this is how much power the media has. I think the media is driving this more than anybody else because they're missing out on games. They're missing out on endorsements. They're missing out on commercials. They're missing out on a lot. The scary thing with me, with the NBA is you already made some money. Let's just keep it real. They played 64 games. They made some money. Baseball, we don't know about football.
Right.
That's yet to be seen. But at least in the basketball world, they made some money. They made $200 and something off of me and didn't give me 82 games.
Right.
So they made their money. Where, again, baseball didn't make nothing. And I started wondering. I know it was about the money with baseball too, but we got players after all of this has come out. That they're finally going to play. We're going to play ball. That guys are saying, you know what? I don't think it's worth it. If just one person, fellas, says he don't think it's worth it, that's a sign. Right. That's a sign. I don't care. It don't have to be follow the leader. One guy skeptical. Okay. I don't know, guys. I'm not for it, to be honest. I'm not. Not now.
Not now. No, I feel you. Like I said before, man. I'm just like, I just don't like the idea. To be honestly, you know what I'm saying? We're pushing the cart. Before before the horse, so to speak. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to, in my opinion. And I'm not a fan of it. So I wish they would rethink it. I wish they would just learn to slow down and just like, yo, come on, just realize you got to put the players' safety first. You understand? And that's it. And the rest of the staff, because this thing is this COVID-19 thing is not going away quickly like that. It's going to be around. Matter of fact, I've been saying I truly believe it's going to be a second wave anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Here in New York and otherwise. And you're not seeing New York as of yet, but it will come at some point. You understand? It will come at some point.
The one thing scary to me is you got these, I don't want to call them sentimental or whatever type of people. We know that sports brings people together.
Right.
All the wars, 9/11. But think about it, guys. Other than 9/11, all those wars people talk about that sports brought us together weren't on our turf.
Right.
This thing is here. We're not saying, okay, support the troops, rah, rah, boom, bye, yay. No, this is actually going on right here where we live.
Right.
So that's a whole different ball game to me, guys. I just wanted to throw that in there.
No doubt.
People saying sports bring us together. I get it. I do. But not in this case.
No. Sorry. Absolutely not. No, listen, I agree with you, brother. I'm with you all the way on that. So I don't know. Any other thoughts on this?
It's not going to happen for me. And,
Okay.
find a cure, find a vaccine, and then talk about bringing back sports.
Right. My whole thing is the fact that, listen, you guys, you got to think of, again. I go back to the same thing I've been saying since I've been on this. It's got to be safety first. You understand? That's it. There's no more I could even say beyond that, because it's the true facts. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. So, like I said, I'm trying to oh my man. Excuse me, I'm looking in the chat. I see my man. What's up, Nico? I see you. You know what I mean? But like I said, that's just our opinion, and I think we're pretty much all in agreement. And I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad that I'm not on with somebody that's going to say, "Oh, well, they should play." I don't feel like getting into that type of argument tonight. I'm not in the mood for that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, with that being said, let's get into some other stuff. Oh wait, I got my man. Hold on for a second. I'll bring him in as well. Pardon that. Let's add to the stream here, and we got our man Double D. What's up, D?
Hey, how y'all doing?
All right, man. Thanks
What's
for joining
up?
us tonight.
Thank you, brother.
What's up?
Ain't nothing, man. Just another day, brother. You already know the deal. Now we was talking about should sports return, during this COVID-19 pandemic that's going on, even though they claim, like New York for one instance it's plateaued, so to speak, but other parts of the state, of the country, should I say, have not. They've been spiking again. So what are your thoughts on, like, you see how the NBA is talking about returning in July? You hear about Major League Baseball, they're in negotiations to try to return. What are some of your thoughts, D?
Well, even if they start, it doesn't mean they're going to finish, because I'm sure by halfway through the season, there's going to be so many cases that they're not going to be able to finish.
Right.
Because the NBA, I don't think they're going to even monitor people, actually. They say they're going to monitor them, but how are you going to monitor them?
Right. I mean, you can't. You got several players that already have it. They just got tested for it. So just like you said, how are you going to monitor it?
And look, and in Florida is like the hotbed now.
Exactly. And that's where well, I think it was Disney World in Florida.
Yeah.
But yet you want to go there? I'm like, that's crazy to me. I'm like, do you guys have your eyes open? Are you looking and see what's happening around the country? You see what's happening in Florida? Do you see what's happening in where the hell is that? Is it Atlanta? I could be in
Atlanta was one.
Atlanta's another one, and I'm like,
Texas.
Texas. That's the one that's what I was really trying to refer to. Thank you, gentlemen. Texas, and I'm like, what are you talking about? You're talking crazy now. You know what I mean? So go figure. It's really just ridiculous.
I was listening to one of your rivals today, and they said that a good idea would be to try to take it to Canada, because Canada is pretty much pretty much clear. See if they can take the games to Canada.
I don't know. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but yeah, I don't know. I just rather, just shut it down. I mean, there's only one way to be 100%, and it's just to shut it down. That's the best way you could do it, to be perfectly honest. Again, that's just my opinion. Like I said, that's just my opinion. So
baseball's not going to get through.
No.
Maybe football might be able to do it, but baseball, no.
Yeah, I hear you. I gotta tell you, I'm just
they're not going to get through a full season.
They're not. No, and what's the full season? 50 games or whatever the case may be.
The scary thing about football and baseball, unlike basketball, they're talking about playing in different places. So you're gonna leave the Bronx, go play in Houston, go play in LA. Now, are we gonna have a crystal ball and say, okay, we're going to LA? The hot spot is not that hot.
Right.
The bottom line to me is if you got to come up with so many excuses to attempt this, the attempt ain't working.
Exactly. It's just not. Exactly. I agree. You know, it doesn't make any damn sense. I'm just, like I said, man, I'm just tired of these discussions, these negotiations, and them trying to figure it all out. And I'm like, why even bother? Shut it down and just end it. And just, that's it. Wait till next year. You know what I'm saying? Mac has said already, yo, listen, we don't even have a vaccination for it yet. And who knows how long that's going to be. Okay,
Right.
who knows how long that's going to be. You didn't have a vaccination for it. So why are we entertaining this? It doesn't make any sense. It truly doesn't, you know? So, well, again, that's just my opinion, of course. So with that being said, let's move on. Next on the docket, oh man, here we go. I'm gonna get sick on this one. The New York Knicks, they hired Worldwide Wes.
William Wesley.
I gotta tell you, I'm not a New York Knicks fan anymore. I used to be. You all know the story. If you don't, well, check the archives of In the Paint on that whack ass Blog Talk Radio. I can't. Does anybody really believe in this guy Leon Rose and this hiring of Worldwide West? Does anybody on the line believe in him?
No and yes.
Okay.
Listen, the way the people he's added to that front office, you cannot argue with the people he brought into that front office. They're qualified, they're competent, they are not backstabbers. They're coming from winning organizations. They have great reputations. They are guys who are gonna come. They're the type of guys we've been asking them to hire for how many decades, right?
Right.
The way he's even going about the coaching search, whether you like the names, whether you don't like the names, doesn't really matter. He's leaving no stone unturned. He's talking to every single person he could possibly talk to. So the way he's going about doing some of this is exactly what we've asked for, right, for decades. Right up until you brought in that clown West, all right? Now, y'all know how I feel about that clown.
Right.
You hired him because that's your man, right? And you trying to give your boy a check, and he's just going to be drawing a check, and he ain't going to have nothing to do with nothing. All right, it is what it is in corporate America. People bring their people on. All right, it is what it is. Now, how we gonna know that Wes is way too involved? We gonna start hearing stuff getting leaked that we know could only have come from Leon Rose's office. That's when we gonna know it's same old Knicks. But for right now, outside of that, if you look at the people he's brought in, you look at the coaching search. Honestly, isn't it what we've always asked them to do? Don't just go for a name, talk to everybody, bring in competent, qualified people.
Right. Okay. I'm glad you kind of touched on that coach thing, because I got to be honest. When I heard Mike Brown, and Mac 611 told me that, I was like, oh, that's. I said it right there. I said that's the Nick move right there. I said that's the guy that's going to become coach, because that would be the Nick move. Okay, we talking about typical Nick mess. I'm not gonna curse, but but the typical Nick stuff, that would be the move they made. I said, oh, Mike Brown, he's guaranteed to be the coach. I said I was waiting to hear the announcement like within 72 hours or so. You know what I'm saying? Because that would be, and from that, where the Knicks are going. Just from and I think this is a very important hire for them, because we're gonna see which direction they really gonna take. Is all this stuff with getting Leon Rose and Wes and all these other executives that they've been bringing in from winning organizations. We're gonna see if there's like some type of substance behind that,
Right.
So,
as
why can't they bring in Mark Jackson?
Good, D.
Why can't they bring in Mark Jackson?
Oh.
The man wants to coach the Knicks.
The problem, D, is that the stench of what Mark Jackson did in the past when he was in Golden State, I think that still follows him. And he might not be what the Knicks want. He's sort of been blackballed from coaching. He still has his TV job, but what he did in Golden State still carries weight. The brother we had on our show, we had Stephon Marbury on a couple of years ago, and he said worldwide sucker.
Yeah.
Like what Chandler said, a lot of people don't a little bit.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't
See what I got to
respect.
deal with?
They don't respect Worldwide West,
Okay.
and he does bring a certain amount of, he is who he is.
Right.
Certain things he's done, I can't vibe with. But like Chandler said, the other people that they've brought into the front office, good hires. Every one of them, either they come from a good organization or they have a good reputation or both.
Right.
And in them in the coaching search, I don't want Mike Brown.
No.
He's not a good coach. He's a really good assistant. He's not a good coach. Jason Kidd, decent coach. Good,
sure.
Good with player development of younger players. But again, he has a reputation as well.
Mm-hmm.
When he was with the Knicks, first thing he did was get drunk and crash his car once he signed the contract, right?
Right.
Has a history of being a wife beater.
Mm-hmm.
So do you really want that guy around? He had a contentious relationship with the Nets when he was a coach because he tried to make a power move.
Yeah.
Do you want that?
No.
I've always talked about this, guys, now that we can see each other.
Yeah.
I always talked about the Knicks having an adult in the room.
Yep.
So far, we're checking some of those boxes. We got a few adults in the room. I've always been a Thibodeau fan. I'm tired of hearing about how he worked his players.
Right.
This, that. We play in the NBA now where guys take 3 days off. That ship has sailed. And when we talk about developing players, Derrick Rose, Jimmy Butler, they all fall under that Tom Thibodeau tree.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going to talk development, I mean, he has a reputation. Everybody's stuck on that. Oh, he works his players too hard. Pat Riley worked his players hard.
Right.
Pat Riley got rings to show for it.
Right.
So, I mean, if you're going to be just stuck on one thing, then you're going to be stuck on one thing. Again, we're putting all the adults in the room.
Yeah.
And I think Thibodeau is the last check for adults in the room. And he'll be the coach. So that's just my take. I've been saying this forever, guys. So It's not like I'm just saying it now.
I feel you, man.
I like Thibodeau. I like what he stands for. He's tough. And you got young players. Sometimes young players need discipline. We're lacking discipline in society, let alone sports. So I think he would. I think he would be a good fit for what the Knicks are trying to do.
Okay.
I'll tell you one thing, though, guys. We would know who can and cannot cut the mustard.
Yeah, well,
Kevin Knox should be working out right now. If there's a rumor Thibodeau's going to be the coach, Kevin Knox ought to be at Ford Motor Company right now getting the motor.
Okay.
Period. His days would be numbered.
I got to read off a question from the chat, but before I even get to that, let me just announce my brother David Sanford. Your mic is live, brother. Thanks for joining us tonight as well.
What's up, brother?
What's up, man? Here's the funny that somebody from Facebook, it doesn't say who, but who will play for the Knicks with talent?
Who will what?
It said,
listen,
but who will play for the Knicks with talent? Okay, I don't.
Let me answer that.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, the Knicks have had over the last 20 years, they haven't done anything. Over the last 20 years, it's been bad. A lot of coaches, a lot of players.
Right.
A lot of losing the last 5, 6, 7 years.
For sure.
But here's the thing. If you build it right and you have some talent, take the trajectory of certain teams like the Denver Nuggets. They've done it right. They've done it through the draft and they made some key acquisitions. And right now they're on the precipice of being an upper echelon team. They probably are an upper echelon team. And that's how you do it. And if the Knicks continue, they have certain young players. Let those players grow. You get the right coach, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
All I want is a competitive team. That's what I want on paper. I want a competitive team. I want deep playoff runs. Hopefully, we get a championship. Will that happen? It's New York Knicks.
You already know my answer.
As R says, hope
Only
springs
the Knicks could get a
eternal.
number 3 pick, and that's it.
Huh? What was that, D?
I said
Hello?
only the Knicks could get a number 3 pick and not get anything out of it.
Well, listen. They tried.
And that's probably due to coaching, though. That's probably due to coaching.
Well, listen, they tried, man, and then so let me ask you a question. You think R.J. Barrett is a bust? Or maybe not the right fit? What would be your
No,
like?
He wasn't. He didn't have the right coaching situation to get him developed.
Okay.
He don't have good. There's no real veterans on that team. Nobody there to mentor him. So what's he gonna do?
Okay.
He can't. Him and what he gonna? Knox gonna mentor each other.
I don't think that's gonna work out well.
Maybe it'll be Ntilikina.
Oh God, whatever.
Listen, RJ had a good first year. I'm satisfied with what he did. They still, what was around him, they still lost. So sky's the limit. He's only 19. Knox, on the other hand, I think needs a lot of help, and he is headed towards Bustville if he isn't a bust already. And Frankie is just a bust.
Yeah, Frankie's just blah. Hey, my man, where's my best friend? Can you hear us still, David?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, well, just join in whenever you're ready, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I was just taking it in.
And I like your background, by the way.
Yes, sir.
City Field.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was just taking it in.
Okay.
But I want to see the Knicks do well, and I think it was Dominic that mentioned about Thibodeau, and I always thought that was an attractive name for them. I think they need that discipline, and I think that he could bring it. But no matter who they bring in, they still got Dolan, and that's really the issue for me is just the utter disrespect for the fan base, for the legacy of players, and that part doesn't sit well with me.
Okay.
But I don't root against them. I grew up being a Knicks fan. I'm disappointed in the way things have been run the past few years, and because of that, you don't see the stars or free agents wanting to come to the Knicks. So basically, last summer the best they could do was Julius Randle, and I'll be honest with you, I've been playing them with them on 2K, and they suck. They're terrible.
Hey.
So even on 2K, they can't make layups. They can't, and my guy is a point guard, and I'm feeding him in the paint, and I got to score. I got to score 40 points, and still lose. So that's my take on the Knicks. But until they do right by the fan base, I don't care who they bring in.
Oh man! Any more? Go ahead, Dom.
Hey guys, let me know if the background get too loud because I'm walking the dog.
Okay, Chandler, you got it. No problem. Go ahead, Dom. I think you was gonna say something.
Yeah, the only thing I could say in rebuttal to David, not the rebuttal, but we got to get beyond the Dolan thing. I understand. We all understand. But now he's getting a do-over. He thought he got a do-over with Phil Jackson because he became hands-off. That's the one thing you could say about Dolan. It's not like he's in the mix every minute doing press conferences like Jerry Jones. He stays in the background. He just happened to hire the wrong people over and over and over again. So again, now that we got some adults in the room and we leave Dolan to do Dolan fuckery, at least we got some adults in the room that could sway you to think we're going in the right direction. Let him go play his guitar, whatever instrument he plays, and let these guys that we're paying these bucks build this team and build it right this time. We've gotten
Right.
I told you before, guys, this is the greatest get out of jail free card the Knicks could have had. COVID-19. Their sorry season got put to an end.
Mm-hmm.
So now when you do the math, guys, they had March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. They got 10 months to get this right. If you can't get it right in 10 months, guys, I'm done. I'm going to be like R. I'll just watch anybody. I'm just sick of it. I've probably been a Knicks fan longer than anybody on this line.
Right.
Not to throw ages out there. But that being said, if they can't get it right now, guys,
right.
I may have to hang it up and just become a Hornets fan. And they ain't no consolation prize, but
I understand.
Hey, at least you'll get 40 wins out of Charlotte at one point or another.
Yeah. Well, check this out.
And good seats for a good price.
Yeah, right. This is my personal message to you, Dom. It's simply this, man. Once you get to the point where I'm at, I'm telling you, and I said this time and time before, the air quality is so much better. The food tastes so much better. The water, oh my God, it's like you're drinking straight like champagne or something. I'm telling you, once you give up that life, you are good. Trust and believe me when I tell you that. Okay. Okay, I'm serious. So with that being said,
telling me that for the longest.
Huh? I didn't hear. Okay, that must be
I said you've been telling me that for the longest.
Well, okay, yes, I have been. Yeah, when you gonna listen, man? Get off that pot, man. Get off that pot.
Yes, get off. What do we call the Knicks? The tax write-offs. Everybody say it with me. The tax write-offs.
Thank you. That's what they are, man. Thank you for saying that. You know. Now, listen, let's get into a little bit of football. Obviously, there's some big news with the New England Patriots signing a certain young man to be quarterback, Cam Newton, 1-year deal. I think it's for $7.5 million. And also, let me add this to that.
Come on.
I understand Richard Sherman had something to kind of crow about in regards to that signing. So let's get into this. Who wants to start it off with this? Cam
I got
Newton?
it.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
Listen. Richard Sherman, I like that brother. Sometimes he's right, sometimes he's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
He's sort of wrong in this case. He needs to point his ire at the Carolina Panthers, who held on to Cam Newton well past when the free agency period started.
Right.
They didn't let him go. Teams signed players, teams drafted players, and they devalued Cam by doing this and not letting him go early. So he should be mad at them. And we all know how the New England Patriots do. When have they broken the bank for anybody?
That's true.
They keep you till your kibbles and bits. They keep you till your bone gristle. So
damn.
So they signed Cam. They signed Cam to a minimum deal, 1 year. It's incentive laden. $7.5 million. Nobody else was beating down Cam's door. And solid deal. Cam gets in. I assume he'll be the starter from day one. I'm assuming being with Belichick and who Belichick is, he's gonna play to Cam's strengths. He's gonna not play to his weaknesses. Cam's value will go up. Maybe New England re-signs him to another 2-3 years. More money, or Cam gets a bigger deal somewhere else.
Right.
And barring injury, because Cam is also coming off an injury, I think that also affected him a little in free agency also, that he was coming off of injuries. And like I said, going to New England on a minimum deal, it's a low risk, high reward deal for New England, which they always do. And good deal for Cam. I hate the Pats. I hate everything Boston. I just want the whole world to know that. Boston, I hate you. And Cam will do well for you.
Oh my God.
Mac, let me ask you, or anybody can answer this, but what do you think it would be like for Cam there in Boston if he doesn't succeed right away? You know, this is a team that is accustomed to winning, and if he flops, it's not going to reflect on Belichick.
No, it's not.
You know, it certainly won't.
So the level of patience that those fans, you think they'll give him that? They give him that year, and if he doesn't succeed, they'll say, well, it's growing pains and he's learning the system. Or
No.
I don't see. So there's a lot of pressure, especially he's following Tom Brady,
Right.
and so that's a position there where they had one of the greatest. And so Cam, maybe going in there, it's a new opportunity, and everybody gets a new start. But I wonder how long that rope is going to be. I hate to use the word rope because but I wonder how long they're going to allow him to figure it out.
You'll know if he starts the season as the starter. Listen, Belichick ain't gonna play. Belichick don't play. If you can't play to his satisfaction, you're just not gonna play. But here's the thing: they expect a lot of people expect Cam to be bad anyway because they claim he's not healthy. So the only covering he has is the fact that they can just point to, well, he's not healthy yet. So somebody after the season will probably still take another shot on him, but again, he won't get the money he would have got if he's successful. Is the only thing. But I think the thing with him is if he play, Belichick's not letting him out there unless he's going to be successful. That's the thing. And listen, I don't like Josh McDaniels. I can't stand him. I think he's a clown. But he is a hell of an offensive coordinator. We saw him make Matt Castle look like a competent NFL quarterback. He won 11 games with Matt Castle. Okay, you gonna tell me he can't do that with Cam? So
Well, thank you for that, Chan. Thank you, because I don't know that much about it, to be honest. So I appreciate
what we're gonna find out, guys, is was it Belichick or was it Brady? Because if that system is so good and you get an athletic guy like him, y'all know I'm a Cam guy. I was gonna bring my bobblehead because I read the script before I put it. I'm not a Panthers fan. I've just been watching Cam Newton since he came here. But that being said, now we're gonna find out. We had this conversation before. If they kept Brady and Belichick moved on, blah, blah, blah. Well, the only thing I'm afraid of is the Patriots minus maybe a little better running game. Cam Newton still stuck with no wide receivers. So he's going to be Cam Newton playing in the cold instead of Cam Newton playing in the warm weather in Charlotte, North Carolina. But that being said, if Belichick is such a genius, the Albert Einstein of football, if this don't work with Cam, either Belichick was under Brady, or maybe Cam's wheels are just coming off. I hate to think that part because I think he's still got a lot left in him.
Okay. Go ahead, D.
When Cam came into the league, he was considered the prototype of the future, right? The future quarterback of the NFL.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
So
he got an MVP.
Went to a Super Bowl.
I don't think that I don't think Belichick would have picked him up if he wasn't.
Okay.
And I think that's what took so long. I mean, we've all saw some of the videos he's been doing.
Right.
So he looked, he looked like Cam. Now, Cam got to grow up, too, now. He can't be, plowing in the linebackers like he's a linebacker. He got to learn how to say when to say when. There's nothing wrong with sliding, Cam. I mean, you want to take people head on like you're a damn linebacker. And he's had some petty injuries, guys. Let's be real.
He has. Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this to somebody had referred.
If Cam is right, he's gonna keep 100 yards running anyway.
Okay. That he might do that, but let me just refer to some of these New England Patriot fans. Somebody had put out there about the fans and whatnot. I forget who it was, but let me just say this, dudes. The thing is, man, who do you have? If you didn't have Cam, who's the quarterback? Nobody knows.
His name. I forgot his name already.
And that's my point. And that's exactly my point. You understand? They ought to be grateful to have Cam Newton.
Matt Castle.
Thank you. They ought to be grateful. You understand what I'm saying? to have a guy like Cam Newton grace the sidelines of New England. So them fans better get it in check. Okay? Because unless his arm falls off or his leg falls off, whatever, you better appreciate the talent you got. You understand? Combined with a genius like Bill Belichick. So you better get it straight. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear no racial stuff because I know how that city is. I don't want to hear nothing bad about that, about Cam. Nah, negative. You understand? Treat that man with respect, you know, or have the backup, the scrub in for you. Just like D said, Matt Castle Part 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Freak all that.
Yeah, his name is Jared Stedman. Thank you, Ernest Robinson.
Yeah. Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the weird thing, though, guys. I mean, you're putting Cam Newton, I would say, in a much better position than he was in Carolina. This would have been his second coach. And Cam has checked all the boxes. Y'all heard me talk about him before. He had a bad reputation with the towel on his head and some of the comments. But he's always did what they wanted him to do from day one. Hey, we need you to be clean cut. Cut your braids. Okay, braids gone. Okay, Cam, do for the community. Okay, Cam did that. This is things people outside of North Carolina don't see. I understand y'all live in a big city. I'm from New York, so I keep up with that too. But he's checked all the boxes. He has checked the boxes as far as, one, his play, his maturation. You know, he's been, from what we get here, as a pretty stellar individual. And we know how the NFL is, guys. We don't want to get on that. The NFL has an incident report every other day. So for Cam to have been under the hot seat with his talent, and Dwayne's right, he was the prototype. He was all these guys before all these guys.
Right.
Able to run, throw out of the pocket. He was big. He was strong. And then all of a sudden, the wheels come off the Panthers, and you didn't give them nothing, but it's Cam's fault. And I blame them too, because like we said earlier on, quite a few shows ago, the Panthers held on to him till there was nothing left. And I will say again, like I said back then when he wasn't signed, he's better left-handed than some of the clowns these teams signed before they signed Cam Newton. With a bad toe, bad shoulder, throwing left-handed, one leg, he's better than quite a few quarterbacks. Let's just keep it honest. All right? Tulowitzki. What's that crazy kid's name in Cleveland? I can't even think of his name. Mayfield. Baker Mayfield. Is that his name? Yeah. Let's go down the list of clowns that are playing quarterback in the NFL. And Cam Newton had to. Yeah. They got two clowns in Chicago, and they didn't think of talking to Cam Newton. All right. Just me. I mean,
that's a good point. Dom, let me ask you one question. Do they have men's clothing stores in Charlotte?
Nah. That's cool. He fell into that part. Yeah. I'll drop back 20 and pump with his wardrobe.
Yo, that's hilarious. That's hilarious, man.
You know what? You know what you're going to find out about Cam? Well, two things. Cam is actually going to be coached for the first time in his career. He's going to be coached and coached hard. I don't think he's ever actually been coached. If you look at, even going back to college, look at the coaches he had. He didn't have anybody who really was going to coach him hard, challenge him, and be like, yes, you to start a team, but I don't give a damn. That was stupid what you just did in the film session. So we're gonna find out a lot about Cam, or let me, the way what I'm trying to say is all the stuff that you've heard about him will be dispelled, because I think he wants to be coached, honestly. And the other thing is his game is gonna grow because he's actually being coached. They're not just saying, hey, Cam, go win the game for us. Okay, they're actually going to call plays that are smart. They're actually going to put him in situations where it's not just, hey, Cam, be 6'5", 200,000 pounds and run over everybody. No, you know what? Hey, Cam, we're going to run this here play, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. So his football knowledge will grow. You're going to hear things being said about Cam that you've never heard. It's not because he suddenly learned to do it. It's because he was actually being given an opportunity to flex his mental muscles as well as just his legs and his body.
But you also got to remember, Chandler, him and Rivera came to the Panthers the same time. Rivera was always known as a defensive guy. The Panthers built their team around what? Defense. They just so happened to have Cam Newton. Let's just be real. I mean, hey, Cam, if you get us 17 points, the likelihood of us winning is pretty damn good. So, yeah, he wasn't challenged to do things to win a game. He was basically, with all that talent, guys, and I've watched every Panther game, with all that talent he had, he was basically just told, Like who's that guy that won the Super Bowl with the Ravens back in the day? Trent Dilfer. Okay, they was treating him like Trent Dilfer. Just don't lose the game, Cam. We got a great defense. Just hold on. And what happened when they went to the Super Bowl? You know, their defense got run over. They was worn out. They had no line blocking Cam. Game over. Right. Just that simple. And it was Cam's fault. Okay, all right. But he's never been in an offensive system. The Panthers are predicated and built their whole team on defense. Even going back to when they was good as an expansion team, they was all about defense. Somebody tell me who quarterbacked the Panthers before Cam Newton. Hurry up. Don't Google it. Don't
Steve
Google
Berline. Steve Berline.
Yeah, Steve Berline.
Okay, good guess. I don't know. I didn't know. I'm just being honest. I didn't know. I didn't know.
So why you
trick question?
So why you throw that out there, Dom?
Because the point is, nobody other than Chandler, the brain of the show, think about that. Okay, let's go even further. What Panther quarterback won 8 games? This is what.
Oh, my man.
Matt Moore.
Yeah, one of them when they went to the playoffs when they was an expansion.
My man that played for the Giants before Eli.
Kerry Collins.
Kerry Collins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was it.
Wow.
That was back in what, 1926? I mean, I'm just being honest. The point I'm getting at is when you heard of the Panthers, all you heard about with a great quarterback like him, all you heard about is, boy, the Panthers got a great defense, which they did. Let's be honest, they did.
For sure.
Right.
But you would think Cam Newton was chopped liver. So Chandler's right. Again, we'll see. Belichick, Brady. Which one was it? We're going to find out. We are going to find out.
Most definitely. Gentlemen, you want to do a little moving on?
Yes, sir. Let's do that.
All right, well, let's do it. Still staying in the lane of the NFL, the New York Jets. There seems to be some strife going on over there between Jamal Adams and, well, from what I heard, Adam Gase. But Adam Gase is kind of like denying that. He's like, no, I want him here.
That's what he does.
Okay. Now, I was talking to Max Sloan about this a little bit before the show offline, and I was saying about, are you see? And I gotta put it out there, and I'm gonna look crazy, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I don't give a shit. Oh, excuse me, I curse. Pardon that. I don't give a crap. Yeah, I know. I promised I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't, but I'm sorry. Old habits die hard. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But no, the thing is, I was like, Mac, are you sure that the GM Joe Douglas wanted to trade him? And he was like, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Last year, or earlier this, well, I'm days done blended into me since I've been home most of the time, the past 4 months. But they had him in talks, or rather teams called and they talk. All GMs, their phones are on, they all talk to each other. And Jamal's name came up with the Cowboys.
Okay.
That they were trying to trade him to the Cowboys. He got mad. He got upset with the GM. He got upset with Adam Gase. I'm speaking about Jamal Adams.
Right.
They placated him. They said, that's our fault. We had you in trade talks. We'll renegotiate the contract. And that shut him up for a little while. Now we come to today, and he's like, what's up with my contract? Y'all gonna renegotiate that? Or you know? And so it was more back and forth. And the Jets just did what the Jets typically do. They played this wrong. If you had an opportunity to trade him and get a first-round pick from Dallas and more, you should have done it.
Right.
If you said you're gonna renegotiate this man's contract, be about your word and renegotiate the contract. Even though I know people in the Twitter world and people in the sports world and people in general say, well, he got to honor his contract and he needs to shut up. And he don't need no more money. We in a pandemic. Why is he renegotiating his contract?
Right.
Heck, I got a job. I'm renegotiating my contracts too. But, it's just okay. And yes, stand by your word. If you said you were going to renegotiate this man's contract, renegotiate it. And people who are hating on him, contracts get contracts get ripped up all the time, and people renegotiate whenever, whether your contract is up, whether you're in the middle of a contract. And he's outperformed his rookie contract, so yes, he deserves more money.
Well, the problem where the Jets screwed up, and again, I think Joe Douglas and Adam Gase is not the coach. I don't think it gets to this point. That's why you saw Greg Williams was the first coach to say something, and he stabbed Adam Gase square in the back when he did this, and he did it intentionally because Greg Williams don't like Adam Gase. Let's be clear.
Right.
But Bucky Brooks, who I'm not a big fan of his, but he said something the other day that was valid, which is the Jets have to pay Sam Darnold after this.
Right. Sam
Darnold is going to be up because he's going. They got to start looking at whether they're going to pick up his fifth year and all this other nonsense. If you pay Jamal Adams, you're screwing yourself because listen, they're going to keep Darnold whether I like it or not. Because he has them fooled into thinking he has the ability to be better, even though I don't think he does, which means he's going to get paid.
Right.
If you pay Jamal Adams, and you pay Darnold, you just wrecked your salary cap. Now, the smart thing to do would have been to sit Jamal down and say, look, Jamal, we understand you got to get paid, but we got to pay that knucklehead over there. And if we pay that knucklehead over there, it screws everything up. So can you work with us? Can we add a year or two for some more money? For right now, we'll give you 1 year. We'll add a year on for 15, right? And you work with us till we get this clown paid because we got to have a quarterback. Instead, as the Jets so want to do, they allowed this thing to fester. They allowed Greg Williams to get Jamal Adams' ear. They allowed Adam Gase to continue to poison that locker room. Okay, and by the way, that one Jets player who came and said, I'm behind Adam Gase. Nobody gives a damn about you. We've never heard of you, so go back in your damn corner. Okay, we've never heard of you. All right.
But let me say this, Chandler. They're on two different times. So, and the salary cap keeps escalating. So it would be smart. Pay him now. Pay Jamal now, and then you'll have money to pay Darnell later, and then you have to pay Quinlan Williams also.
Well, you got to make a decision on Darnold after this season, because it's going to be him going to his fourth year, and the fourth year is when you got to make the decision on the fifth year.
Right. So you should lock down Jamal now, or trade him.
The cap's going down. We all know that cap is going to be flat as hell. So with that cap being flat, and again, I'm not saying I'm just saying they played it wrong. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying they could have done this in a way to where they didn't have to pay Jamal, but they could have pacified him and gave him some money. And instead, they just screwed the pooch totally all the way when they didn't have to.
Let me ask you this, because I was listening to Mac, how you described the scenario. But it sounds to me like they messed up initially with the whole trade talk thing. Right. So had they handled that correctly, or that not gotten back to him, or whatever it was, they wouldn't be in a situation where now they have to pay him to placate him.
Yep.
Right.
That's what it sounds like. So they screwed up initially, and then they tried to fix it, and then back themselves into another corner with it. So in essence, it's typical Jets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
That's what it. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to understand if I follow the logic. Okay.
Right.
Yep.
Right. So
But
now
but
the player gets held accountable for that in the court of public opinion.
Right.
Now, but it's really judgment. Okay, got it.
You guys know I hate the NFL.
Right.
This is though the Jets of Fockery 101, and I'm a Jets fan.
Yeah,
But this is an NFL problem. This happens all the time in the NFL. Guy's on a 20-year contract, and 10 minutes after he inks it, he wants a new contract.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an NFL issue, and don't get me wrong, guys. I understand life expectancy rate in football is not as great as baseball, basketball. I get that part. But this is an NFL thing. I mean, the Jets just happen to be in it right now, and they was in it with Revis. They was in it with numerous players, just like every other team. They get to this fork in the road, and it's like, okay, we really want to pay you, but then they throw that, you got a contract.
Right.
Okay, so now you're splitting hairs. You got some people say, okay, he outplayed his rookie contract. Wow, Then you got those saying he's on contract. Damn, I mean, at least honor 2 years of your contract before you start flipping the script.
Yep.
But that being said, this is the NFL. I mean,
right.
I hate the NFL. So
I hear you, man. and I gotta tell
sickly.
you, I agree with you what you just said, Don, because as a matter of fact, on some of our archives, Max 611 can attest to this. The fact that when we talked about Darrelle Revis and whatnot, I was always like, you played just 1 year into your contract, and you were, come on. I'm like, what is that? You know what I mean? It always pisses me off, but but we're gonna see that time and time and time again throughout the NFL. We're gonna see with different teams. You know what I'm saying? And it's just ridiculous to me. I'm with you 100%. Play at least 2 years before you try to renegotiate. Jesus Christ.
Darrelle Revis is one of the smartest players in terms of how he played his contracts. Because if you add them all up in contracts, he made like 100 to 150 million. And he's a cornerback. He played it smart.
Yep.
I said on the archives, I ain't mad at him.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
But Darrelle Revis also was the guy 20 minutes in the game one talking about next contract, and he just signed. I mean, it's just an NFL
Come on, it's
thing. What other sport does this, guys? Let's just be honest. What other sport does it?
Yeah.
It's football.
Football.
Yeah, that's it.
That's because the money's not guaranteed.
With the Giants.
Right.
What's that double? D, go ahead.
Hey, what are the chances that the Jets do what the Giants did with with Beckett? Just give him the money and then trade him.
Well, he just segued into our next topic.
Right.
Dave Gettleman said he got rid of people in the locker room who weren't locker room culture. The locker room culture was bad in the Giants, right? Mm-hmm. So he traded Odell Beckham and he let Landon Collins walk away. Last I heard, looking at the news, watching TMZ, the Giants had 3-4 players get arrested. Guns, kicker driving drunk, running and leaving the car. How's your locker room? Y'all still losing. Is Odell Beckham one of the best? Is Landon Collins one of the best? Were they really locker room cancers?
Wait a minute.
I think that's a little overblown. I mean, you can't talk culture. These guys are individuals. Matter of fact, did we talk about one of the Giants doing the stick up at a dice game or a card game?
Right.
Yeah.
That's an individual task, guys. I mean, come on, you 21, 22 years old. We had this conversation. If you're gonna go stick somebody up, wear a mask. Or send somebody else to stick them up. Something. That's an individual thing, guys.
Right.
Okay.
Again.
But did they win last year?
ROE says check the archive. Man, we talk about this stuff. It's somebody new every week. So that means everybody's culture in the NFL is jacked up. Think about that.
Let me break in here and say this real quick, man. I gotta say, and again, I talked to Max 611 offline about this. I saw stuff from 2019 where, and you're gonna put me in an unenviable position to actually defend the guy that I hate, okay? And that's Dave Gettleman. The thing is, man, he tried, and I know some of you might not agree with this, but he did try. There's some stories.
My face, right?
I know. It's okay, but I got receipts, bro. I got receipts. Okay, what I'm saying to you is this: they did try to get the team all on one page, and that all for one and one for all mentality. You could do that, and I understand it's all good, but the fact is the facts. That's what he tried to do. And as Dom said, we talking about some crazy ass individuals that ain't got no damn common sense. Come on, dude. I mean, that's ridiculous. How are you gonna go in there and try to rob a game that you participated in, and you mad because you lost money? No, that's a
Yes,
that's a moron right there. Are you kidding me? Come on.
But that's not what he tried to do. That's not what he tried to do. What he tried to do was get rid of he tried to get rid of big personalities, because just like in Carolina, he didn't want big personalities on his team.
Okay.
And he got rid of anybody that would point out that, you know what, we're doing something stupid here. We're not doing things right. Okay. So he got rid of the Landon Collinses and guys like that. Right. And he brought in these guys. Listen, Baker came with flags from college. There was a reason that Baker was available when he was drafted, because he was a clown in college. All right. That's why the Giants got him where they got him, because he was supposed to be drafted higher, but some teams passed on him because they're like, I don't know, man. This dude's he's kind of clown-ish. Okay. The kicker was kind of clown-ish. All right. So what Gettleman, under the guise of I'm going to clean up the culture, that's code for I don't want any large personalities. That's what that's code for.
Okay, fair.
And you know what? Been in the NFL.
And that's fair enough. And that's fair enough. And I do agree with you. You understand? I do agree with you on that. You know?
But there's a difference between large personalities and just straight up fuckery. Let's be honest, guys. You can have a large personality. We all on this line have a large personality.
Right.
I'm not going out to stick up nobody tonight, guys. Just let you know in case you hear my name. It wasn't me. I'm not sticking nobody up over a damn card game. Again, guys. Some things are individual tasks. I mean, come on, guys, let's put this in common sense. Would you do this? Man. Do you cherish? I don't want to say cherish. Do you appreciate the job you have? Is it paying your bills?
Right.
They didn't think of that. They don't think of that in the NFL. It's the craziest league in the world. And guess what? They're the only league that has the most time off, which they shouldn't. Football should play 162 games. Maybe they'll stay out of trouble. They have too much free time on their hands. This poor kid that Chandler's talking about, if I'm not mistaken, he hasn't even played a game, has he?
One season.
This stick-up kid.
Yeah.
They both with the Giants?
One season,
okay. Played 1 year and turned into a stick-up kid. Okay. All right. But it's the culture. It's the culture. We don't want no stick-up kids on our team. Gettleman is wrong. Okay. All right. My bad. My standards might feel a little different, but hey.
Hilarious.
I'm sorry.
He let 2 all-pro caliber guys walk away, traded them. How Golden, they replaced ODB with Golden Tate, and he gets caught dirty.
Yep.
And he was supposed to be the veteran voice to stabilize the culture, right?
Right.
Yep. If Gettleman doesn't bring up culture, if he just says, listen, I thought it was in the best interest of the team that we go a different direction, he's not getting killed right now. He's the one who pointed the finger at those guys and called them. See, he tried to character assassinate people. You don't have to character assassinate a player. Just let him go. Why'd you let Landon Collins go? Well, because we thought it was best interest of the team. So I want to say, he's a great guy. He's a great person. He's a great leader. We wanted to go in a different direction. That's how we felt we wanted to build our team. I can live with that. I don't have to like it. I can live with it.
You can live with it. Okay.
Character assassinating people, I'm coming for you and I'm bringing receipts. And Gettleman tried to character assassinate people.
Okay.
Darryl Strawberry was hitting moonshots on cocaine. I mean, let's, sometimes you gotta draw. Sometimes you gotta.
Oh my God.
I mean, I know I got a Met fan on the line, but I was a big Strawberry guy. I love Strawberry.
Right.
But think about that, guys. We have it, but the NFL just leads the league in this nonsense, man. Woo.
Yeah. True indeed.
I'll take Darryl Strawberry over all of them.
I feel
At least you knew Darryl was getting high. I mean,
I hear you, man. Yo, this is gonna be my last segment for tonight. We got to talk about that quarterback in Dallas, Dak Prescott, getting his $31.4 million. Mac 6'11". I got to give him props because he called this pretty much from jump. You can take a bow, Mac. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much called this and whatnot. He's like, I look on the Facebook post, Dak's gonna get paid. Dak's gonna get paid. I'm like, damn, all right, Mac, we get it, man. But then again, some of us don't get it. So he's got to drive that point home.
And some of us are ministers of misinformation and read from whack sites. Yes, I'm calling you out, son.
The minister of misinformation. I love it, man. That always cracks me up, bro. But yes. Does Dak deserve that money? Let me just ask that.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I got 2 yeses. Okay. Dave, Dwayne.
I can't really speak on it, honestly. Okay. I'm not that big of an NFL guy. I don't know that he does. I haven't seen him. Has he won anything yet?
Like a championship? No.
Has he won a playoff game? I don't know.
Has
yes.
he?
Won.
He's won a playoff.
One. Okay.
Okay.
34 million.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. That's
David,
good for him.
David, it's the market, and also they signed him to a franchise tag. The franchise tag for quarterbacks this year is $31.4 million. So next year, if they tag him again, it's 37.
Damn.
Yup.
All right.
Jeez.
Listen, there are quarterbacks who got $20 million contracts a couple of years ago, and now there's guys getting $30 million contracts. Kirk Cousins. Y'all know I don't like that dude.
Right.
Yeah, I know you don't.
Mr. Picks and Fumbles is paid. And he played the franchise tag game right because he made $40 million off of 2 tags from Washington. He bounced. Minnesota gave him a big contract, and then they extended him.
90. Yep.
They extended him. So
yes.
Dak is halfway to getting a long-term deal. I assume next year with the talent on the Dallas Cowboys offense, the 3 wide receivers that they have, the Ewok looking running back.
I was just about to say the Ewok. Yeah. He look like an Ewok.
He does look like it. He's an Ewok.
Right.
The Ewok spawn, and I expect for him to have about 4,500 yards to 5,000 yards, 35 to 40 touchdowns, and somebody will give him a big contract, whether it be Dallas or somebody else.
He's going to be in the same boat next year with Dallas because the biggest sticking point in the contract was he only wanted 4 years so he could get another bite at the apple when this new TV money comes. After this season, now I only want 3 years. Okay, this year I wanted 4 years. Next year I want 3 because I need another contract. So we're going to see this happen again after this season if this season gets played because he's still going to be on I'm not going to no 5-year deal so that you have me under contract when his TV money comes in because I need to get all of my dough. You understand what I'm saying? Not some of it, not 3/4 of it. I want every nickel. All right. I'm not leaving nothing on the table, and I don't blame him for that. And this is where we talk about the Jets screwed up with Jamal Adams. The Cowboys butchered this with Dak 2 years ago. 2 years ago, if the Cowboys offered Dak $20 million a year for 5 years, he was making less than $1 million. You don't think he jumps at that? I'm making less than $1 million. You just offered me $20 million a year. Where can I sign?
Right.
I'm sorry. Matter of fact, I brought my own pen. I got a stenographer right here. Just write it on the napkin, and I'm gonna sign a napkin. Right.
Right.
And they screwed this up, man.
True that. My thing is, this is, and again, here we go with this unpopular opinion of mine. Here we go. Why? 30? That's insane to me. I'm sorry, and I know the owners are getting paid well too. They're making their money, but for a guy that has just won one playoff game, no championship, for me, the Kirk Cousins thing was enough for me. But to see this, I'm like, yo, come on. At some point, where does it end? Where does it freaking end?
It doesn't, bro. It doesn't. It just keeps going because keep in mind that Carson Wentz is going to get paid, and Carson Wentz ain't done a damn thing. Okay, he's gonna be in the 30s soon. All right, you're gonna have some cats in the 30s soon. You, dude, look at some of the guys that are coming up for contract. Golf is coming up for a contract again.
Right.
Well, what do you think he's gonna make?
Yep.
Bro.
I guess I guess
What do you think?
like other sports where there's arbitration and things like that. I guess
Mm-hmm.
we look at the value is based on what their numbers look like compared to other, as opposed to what they actually do on the field or the court.
Right.
So guys are going to get paid because somebody else got paid and it's their turn. So really, that's where we are with professional sports right now. It's less about the wins and losses because you got some guys that are on championship teams that are not making a lot of money.
Right.
So it's the situation that you're in. If you luck into the right situation, you're going to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Man, I don't know, man. I'm just bothered by it. To be honest with you.
Well,
I'm coming.
Rodney, if you had worked on that left-handed swing of yours, we'd be having a different conversation.
David, was it really that bad?
No, it was that good. It was that good.
Are you
No,
kidding
Rodney
me?
was a beast.
Exactly.
Yeah. Rodney was my partner back in the day.
Let him know, Dave. Let him know.
Rodney could hit the hell out of let that lefty swing, but
Exactly.
we didn't know back then.
No, we didn't, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure I would have been on the other side of the fence with this conversation.
Oh yeah.
I probably would have been. You know what I mean?
No, I give props to my brother Rodney there.
My brother, love you, man. You my man for real. You know what I'm saying? Too bad. Like I said, man, I gotta come out to Queens and hang out with y'all, man. You, Kev, and everybody else.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Hell yeah, man. It's all good. We get it done once this nonsense is over, so to speak.
Yeah.
We'll get it done. Well, gentlemen, I think that might be it, unless anybody else wants to add to this.
Spencer Dinwiddie's a clown.
Yeah. Oh my lord.
He's sick too now, right?
Yeah, he's sick. Let me let Chandler get his gripe off or whatever. With Spencer Dinwiddie. Go ahead, sir.
Listen, man, we all know about the symbolic gesture nonsense that's going on because racism is over because Uncle Ben is going to have a wave cap on and Aunt Jemima's going to be twerking. All right, and they pull down a couple statues, right? And they wrote Black Lives Matter. And then this clown Spencer Dinwiddie goes on Twitter like, what should I put on? I'm gonna put trillions on the back of my jersey. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? Well, because the United States is $26 trillion in debt.
Right.
I'm sorry. What the hell? What? See, this dude is constantly trying to prove he's the smartest guy in the room. Man, let me. Spencer Dinwiddie's a clown. And then you turn around and say, well, I got coronavirus. I might not even play. You know what? Spencer Dinwiddie needs to go away. You got that contract. You started running your mouth. Well, I'm going to do Bitcoin. I'm going to revolutionize how you get paid. Here's a thought, Spencer. Here's a thought. Learn how to play in the last 5 minutes of a game. Stop costing your team games and shut up. Just shut up. Wow.
And wash your hands and wear a mask.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, can I add on to Spencer Dinwiddie real quick?
Go right ahead, brother. Sure.
Dude, please listen to In the Paint. Listen to Max 611. Don't put all your money in the Bitcoin. Not all of it. Put some. Not all. It's not regulated, bro. Something could happen. I don't want that to happen to you, because I know you bought the property down in Brooklyn. I don't want to come down and see you under the bridge broke.
Oh my God!
I ain't seen a bit or a coin yet, so I don't know.
Right.
I just wanted to say before we go, when I was trying to get on early, and you guys were talking about just coming back after the pandemic and all. I say this, as much as I love sports, I found that I'm not missing it.
Yeah,
because I look at it like this: sports was often a departure from a lot of the things that was going on in our lives, and we could sit down and crack a beer and watch a game to get away. But right now, I think there's so much stuff that we need that needs our full attention.
For sure.
And we don't need the distraction of sports. We got to really be paying attention to what's going on. And so in the grand scheme of things, as much as I put into sports as far as its importance, the way things are looking right now, it's not that important. And I want them to be healthy, and we can try again in 2021. Right. There's no need to rush back for anything, because as soon as they start reopening, more players come out and saying they're sick. And I don't like the format that they're even talking about with baseball and basketball. It's okay. Get well and see you next year. And I'm fine.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. Exactly. Well, brothers, I want to thank you guys for calling in. This is, you know what I'm saying?
It's not an investment.
Yeah.
Eric, that's our brother.
Yeah. He kills me every time. So God, I love him as well. He's a good man. You know what I'm saying? But I want to thank you guys for checking us out and joining us on this live call. You know, we got more down the pipe. Of course, it's the first of many. Thank you for everybody in the chat room, everybody that checked us out. Mad love, respect to you guys. I appreciate. Yes, sir.
How are they on your page? I want to thank everybody who's on my Facebook page.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to get
everybody
to.
On YouTube.
See, I knew it. The Groove Killer actually came out.
Killer.
See, that's what I'm saying. Mac, if you didn't know, Mac 611's nickname is DJ Groove Killer, because when you're in the middle in the train of your thought, he'll cut you off to say some nonsense, and then I forget what I'm no, hold on. That's Max 611, DJ Groove Killer. Sykes again. Way to go.
I had to get you, bro. I had to. You didn't see me coming, did you?
No, I didn't. I thought you were doing well all night, and then all of a sudden, right before we close, here you go with your nonsense. But it's all love. Yo, listen, everybody, thanks for the support. I appreciate. Hope that you guys calling again, of course. And
this was great. I like keep doing it.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. We truly appreciate that. So listen. We got, like I said, we got a lot more coming down. Even on Eric Collazo, even on Twitch. I see you.
Yes. Okay. We're going to Twitch. Yes, Eric. Twitch.
I don't think I forgot. Okay. We're gonna be on Twitch too. So I don't think we forgot. All right. So with that, peace. We're gonna end this broadcast and call it a night. So thank you.
All right, brothers.
All right, gentlemen. Good night, guys.
Take care.
Bye.